Hello, Nerd Soup patrons. My name is Ruben Natal. I am the voice of Bo Oliver on Nerd Soup. I just thought I'd go into a little bit of who I am. I'm 24 years old. I live in New York, Long Island specifically. Lived here all my life, was born and raised here, and I basically run the channel. I guess the creator of Nerd Soup. You know, for all the patrons, I mean, since it's such a small group, you can find me on Twitter, Ruben Natal, Facebook, Ruben Natal, send me a friend request. You know, people are like, oh, why are you hiding your identity? Well, I'm a friendly guy. I'm just not looking for friends. I'm a very introverted person, just by nature. So, but you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, send me a friend request, follow me, I'll follow back. And this is my people, though, the nerds, the people that like all this fucking films and TVs and video games and comics. These are my people, so don't be shy. I can't believe I'm doing a behind-the-scenes video. A year ago, people didn't even want to watch our videos, and now they want to see how they're made. It's pretty funny, and it's cool, and I just want to say off the bat, thank you for everybody who's contributed. So let's get right into it. This is my workstation here. It's my iMac computer. You see my Darth Vader background, and this is the software that we use, Animate Pro. This is the software that is made by Toon Boom Studios. I bought it back in 2011. And here you can see all the recent scenes that we've done, Oliver Blue, The Night King, cutaways, got a family tree scene there, and this is the main one that we use, Ruben and Aaron. We recently used this for the Season 7 finale, the Game of Thrones review that we did, and this video included my character, Aaron's character, the monkey, Marissa's character, which is a purple lady that was based off Widowmaker, that was based off Widowmaker from Overwatch, and the turtle character, who is voiced by Manny. Manny and Marissa are actually my cousins, and Aaron is, I've known Aaron for about 12 years. We met in 7th grade middle school, in health class, Mr. Smalley's health class. We're all from New York. We live in Long Island, New York, and basically the origin of this channel is, well, I'll talk about that a little later. I'll talk about more about the software and the process right now. So the software is a little slow right now. And right here you can see just getting rid of these audio tracks from the review. And you can see my character on the left, Bo Oliver, and the monkey on the right. Right now I'm just going to zoom in and, you know, got my outfit, got my little shirt and crease thing. And the origin of Bo Oliver is basically one day in high school I was doodling in one of my books and I made this blue alien guy with antennas, and now he's the face of the channel basically. And then you have Marissa's character on the left, Manny's character on the right. I'm going to get rid of these guys right now. And while I do that, I'll talk about the history. So basically it started, me and a couple of my friends, it was me, Aaron, my friend Teddy, who's appeared on some of the videos, my friend Nash, who is probably going to appear on videos in the future, and another one of my friends, CJ, and Stu, who's also appeared on one of a couple of the videos, mostly the horror reviews. We wanted to create an animated series that was basically, it was going to be about a group of friends going to college, and we were going to call it university. But we were going to make the characters like you see here. They were going to be far-fetched. There was going to be talking animals and creatures and ghosts and wizards, and it was basically going to be a black comedy in the vein of South Park and Family Guy. But it just, I mean, we got together, we wrote scripts, we tried to get the show off the ground, but it never really worked because when you graduate high school, when you have to start having responsibilities, everybody goes their separate ways. You have to start paying bills, you're going to college, you have a job. So that never really got off the ground. One day I would like to go back to that maybe in the future and do that show because I think it would be a funny show. And my friends were funny, you know. You see Aaron's definitely the funniest out of all of us, so that's really why I made him my partner. And he's knowledgeable about film and television, so it was a smart choice. But right here I'm just getting rid of Manny and Marissa for this scene, the one that I'm going to be animating today. Just deleting their mouth. And you can see the way that everything is structured in this software. You have the right pupil, the left pupil, the turtle eyes, the head, the neck, the right forearm, the right bicep, the left forearm, the left bicep. You basically have to design each part of the body so that when you animate it, they're individual parts. So you can get the, you know, it's like South Park style animation. You get the right bicep, you can move it diagonally and horizontally and every which way that things can be moved, and that's the thing. We always discussed what type of animated style do we want to do. Um, and it had to be South Park style because something like Family Guy would just take too long. And this is cool too. In the library, you can have different versions of the things that you draw. So right now we have the 3 versions of the desk. That's the little one. That's the medium desk. And the super desk is what we use for 4 people. Right now I've been mostly using just the medium one. And then we got the chairs, and you could basically click things and then they disappear from the scene, so you're able to animate certain things without animating a chair. And oh, look, the jig's up. Aaron doesn't have legs most of the time. He's just a monkey with a torso, upper body, and that's really it. But right now I'm just repositioning the characters for this scene that I'm going to be animating today. Got the medium desk. Bringing the chairs back, putting these guys in their proper positions. And you can also see the little things that we keep on the desk. Jon Snow Funko Pop, Ghost Funko Pop, and depending on what we are reviewing, we'll have Funko Pops that represent that movie or that television show. Like if we do a DC movie, we'll have Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. We do Marvel, we have a Daredevil Funko Pop, a Hulk Funko Pop. And I think, yeah, just sliding him over. I like to match them up, having them evenly matched on the desk. But yeah, going back to the history of the channel, the first official movie review on this channel is Hail Caesar. So the way that the channel transitioned into a scripted show into basically movie reviews is I still wanted to do something with animation. I was a big fan of animated films growing up. I was a fan of the adult animated series like Family Guy and South Park and Simpsons, and now currently Rick and Morty. So this was something that I always wanted to do. Personally, I want to be a director, but who knows? You know, I'll probably just end up directing movies in my own head. So I thought, you know, there's so many channels on YouTube right now that they review movies, and it's basically a setup where they're talking into a camera. It's basically a vlog. I wanted to do something where it was animated like the Ricky Gervais show. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, Carl Pilkington, excuse me. They did a podcast in the early 2000s, and then in about 2011, HBO took those recordings and they animated them. So basically all the subjects that they would talk about, you would see them play out in animation, and it's one of the funniest shows of all time. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And I thought, oh, wow, we should do this. Instead of doing a scripted show, let's do basically some improv, a little bit of script, but we're reviewing actual movies. We can basically almost parody the channels that are already doing this. Right now I'm just uploading some audio that I'm going to be using for this animation. You have to draw each individual mouthpiece like that was shown before, and then you lip sync the audio to the mouths. So the software does that for you. It kind of does it for you because you match it up right now. You go match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the 8 mouth shapes that you have to draw. But I tend to just like to do it by myself. I just erase it all and go back and do it because it looks a little weird when the software does it itself. But yeah, the idea for the channel, I mean, I saw the movie Hail Caesar by the Coen brothers, which I didn't like. And that's the first official movie review on this channel. And the first official review is a reaction to the Deadpool trailer. Because even then I didn't think, you know, what are we going to do? Are we still going to do miscellaneous topics, or are we going to actually review movies? And when you go back and watch those earlier reviews, you can tell that the animation quality wasn't there yet. It's always hard for me to judge it. I always need an outside eye. But, you know, we use the 2D style, the South Park style, just so we can get the videos up quicker. Right now I'm just still matching up some of the audio. And I'm going to just speed this up here so I can get to the part where I actually animate. So show you guys how that happens. How we bring these characters to life. Alright, come on. Alright, here we are. I'm going to start animating. Now, animating is basically, it's all about the keyframes. If you've animated, if you use Final Cut Pro, if you use After Effects, you know that it's all about the keyframes. The keyframes basically tell, you see the right bicep is moving right there, the right forearm. When you set a keyframe, it tells the software that in the next frame, that part is going to move. So right there, I put 2 keyframes, the right bicep, the right forearm, and then I move them up. Now I'm doing the same thing again to put the arm in a hello motion. Then I'm going to make it wave. So, I mean, it's simple. It's just meticulous. Really, the animation comes down to having patience of sitting at your computer and going frame by frame with these different movements and reactions and interactions between the characters. So right now I'm just doing a simple wave. This is going to be the beginning of the video where I say, hello, you know, some bullshit that I always say. Hello, friends, comrades. I once said comrades in a video and somebody got mad. They were like, what are you, a communist? I'm like, what? Now, same thing. Keyframes, you do the pupil. And I like to do this too. I like to have a lot of these little subtle movements so it makes the characters feel like they're alive, because there's only so much animation you could do. And you don't want to take too long with the videos. Even with the Game of Thrones videos this season, when we didn't drop it immediately after the episode, people would be like, where's the video, dude? Come on, I want to watch the video. I kind of felt like George R.R. Martin. And then I'd be on Twitter like, George, where's the fucking book? Hurry up. So I like to include these little movements, little like shudders and hand movements and arm movements, eyes, eyelids, just so it makes the characters feel real. So you don't feel like you're just watching a character with a moving mouth, and you know, you don't want to leave people bored. So yeah, I'm just gonna speed through right now, show you guys a couple of the. Actually, you know what? I have Aaron Benferrato here. Let me bring in Aaron Benferrato. Aaron. Now, what was the first video that I had you on? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, get that. So, Aaron, what was the first video that I had you on?
I believe it was Game of Thrones Season 6 preview.
Preview, right.
Or trailer review.
I think when I was discussing wanting to do an animated show, the first one was Tough Love that we wanted to do. It was basically just based on us in high school.
Yeah, it was that one, and then there was University.
Right, which is the one that I talked about.
Oh, you talked about it.
Yeah,
right.
Which is, I remember we would just come here, write scripts. I remember one time you came here and you just rewrote one of our entire scripts because you were like, this is awful. Let me just take this. And you rewrote it in like 15 minutes, and it was actually pretty good.
If I recall, I think most of our script writing sessions ended with 5 minutes of brainstorming, then Taco Bell and Nintendo 64.
Yeah, just playing Super Smash Brothers. God, that would be a great channel. Just us, Taco Bell, Super Smash Brothers.
Quit. Delete Nerd Soup.
So where do you see the channel going in the future?
You know, it's an interesting question. I mean, I guess the main thing is most of our popular videos are Game of Thrones related, so, and with that being gone for years, but I think there's so much we can do. I mean, You with the Westworld is great. There's so many new movies, all the Marvel Universe coming out, the books are coming out, so that's what the best thing about YouTube is we can basically do whatever we want to do.
Right.
While still, like, doing what, you know, most of our fans come to expect, but I think branching off into different theories, older movies, like kind of, I guess, passion projects, you know, with, like you love 2001 Space Odyssey.
Right. That's a movie that I definitely want to do an analysis for. That's why I'm thinking a lot of old movies we can go back and do. A lot of obscure films as well. Not necessarily even films, different mediums, video games. Last of Us is, I always say that it's my favorite story, film, video game, book, TV series. It's my favorite. That's a game I want to review.
How'd you see the evolution of the channel from the first video you did? Because I remember the first few videos, I think I was still in college, and that was just you and a couple with Teddy and Stu, and to where it is now.
Right, I guess that would be, it's about 3 years since the channel first started.
When I was in college, I remember I came home for Game of Thrones Season 6. That was the first summer I was home, and that's when I was started with, I think, the review one we did, the preview.
Right, well, the channel, the idea for the channel changed so many times, and eventually one of those first videos we did was me, Stu, and Teddy. We were just talking about miscellaneous topics. We were talking about politics, pop culture, and I think that would have been an interesting idea, but for a time there, we kind of all just split up and went our separate ways for about a year. And I thought, well, I still want to do this Ricky Gervais style cartoon because I didn't want to put myself in front of a camera, not because I don't, everybody does it. It's all over YouTube, people buying cameras, putting themselves in front of the camera and just reviewing things. I wanted to create something that would be so far-fetched and it's kind of surreal in a way. Yeah, I wanted to do this but different. I wanted to make it where we can be reviewing a video, but then all of a sudden, you know, somebody walks in and shoots me in the head and my guy dies.
It allows so much more freedom and things you can do rather than just sitting in front of a camera. So that's what I always thought. Like, even when our videos are getting like 100 views, but we had always these few people commenting on our video, subscribers, and they're like, "Oh my God, you guys are great! Don't stop making videos." And that was, even though it wasn't that much, it was still cool. They were saying like, "Oh, you guys are different. Nothing like this on YouTube." And I think that kind of like, you know, gave us a bit of hope. Like, yeah, we are a little different, so we just need one to catch on, and then we'll go from there. And Westworld happened.
I think when I first started it, I thought it would catch on quicker than
I remember our first Game of Thrones one got like 5,000 views, and we were like, "Oh, look out, PewDiePie."
Yep, we made it. There it is. It's all smooth sailing from here. Even with the first movie review that I did, which is Hail Caesar, I thought, oh, people are going to love this. It's so different. It's so wacky. It's so funny. And there is an audience for movie reviews on YouTube, but this is just so different. And then when we got no reviews for like a year, I thought, well, I kind of miscalculated that. But I look back at the earlier videos. The animation was a bit stiff. It's clunky. Because I talk about this is just something that I learned in a matter of weeks, and then I just started doing it.
When's the last time you've seen a video? You type in, let's just say you wanted to see a review of Ex Machina, and you have 4 videos. One has 200,000, the other has 100,000, and then you see one that's with like 35 views. You're not going to click that one. So you really just need to get lucky and have one that, for some reason, just shows up on people suggested and gets a little clicks, and that once it gets to 100, then it goes to more people and kind of builds off that. But you just need one to get lucky.
Yeah, we'll always be in debt to Westworld because that was a video that I did out of. You didn't even know that I was making that video.
No, I didn't even know you were watching it. I was a big Westworld guy. I'm like, oh wow, this show's pretty cool.
I'm gonna recommend it to Ruben. See what he says. Yeah, I think that was the perfect show to really helped the channel break through because there were so many great theories about the different characters, their motivations, the different timelines that the show was taking place. And whenever you get into the realm of artificial intelligence, there's going to be a lot of theories. You look at all the movies that have featured artificial intelligence, people are still theorizing about Blade Runner. Was Deckard actually a synthetic, or was he a real person? A replicant, sorry. I don't want people to get mad at me. But yeah, I think, and after that, I didn't see a future for the channel. I thought, this could be it. This could be the final video. But it's something that we always talk about. Should we put ourselves in front of the camera? But still, it feels like everybody's doing it. That my whole goal is to just create an animated universe where we're reviewing entertainment, but the reviews are also entertainment themselves. Like what we did with Rogue One.
Yeah, I always thought, like, I mean, that's another thing. Like, just, I would say some of my strong suits are, I guess, like comedic writing. Like,
right.
Situations that we cannot film, or skits that we cannot film as live action, which we can do easily with the animation. We have all these different ideas and skits and cutaways, and I think it translates better and makes the viewing experience more enjoyable. It's not A, just a person talking to a screen, or B, just scenes of what we're talking about. We do mix that in a lot because if we animated just the talking parts, the Game of Thrones reviews would come out the next week. Before this. Right,
that's the thing. We have to incorporate clips, pictures, because people say, even when we post the podcast video, oh, I wish this was animated. Well, we'd be dropping 1 minute video a month. And it's, when we had the idea for University, we were thinking, oh, maybe we can do 1 15-minute episode every month, do 12 episodes a year. But in terms of, our style, I would say the biggest influence into getting into this, I would have to say, Screen Junkies. Screen Junkies was a channel that I was obsessed with. I still watch every episode of Movie Fights. But I would say we're a mix of, because we do take it serious. We seriously analyze shows, but we're a little tongue in cheek. I think we have a little bit of red letter media in us as well.
Well, I think it depends really, and I think that's one of the best parts about the dynamic we have is that we can have a whole episode just being serious, another one just kind of goes off the rails, and it's just dependent on that day because we really don't write scripts. We have an idea of where we're going, but we kind of just put the mics on and see where it goes. And
for the reviews, definitely.
Yes.
For the theory videos,
well, yeah, those are more thought out. But for the reviews, when we're just talking, having a discussion, we do our prep. We have we know where we're going, but it can go somewhere else just like that. And that's where you get some really funny stuff, especially when I just get really angry about something.
Yeah, it's not hard to do. It's definitely easy to tick you off. Yeah, but a lot of it is improv. We do our theory videos. I feel like because I watch a lot of channels on YouTube, and I steal ideas from everybody. And I think that's what, not necessarily that we're artists, but we're creators. We're trying to create things, and I like to take the best ideas and try and use them to our advantage, put the nerd soup flavor on it, so to speak.
I wasn't really a big YouTube guy before we started doing this, but now watching all the videos and being on it, I try to see what everyone else is doing, how they're connecting with their fans, and how, they're building. And it definitely gives me a better respect for the YouTubers out there, like Chris Stuckman, Screen Junkies, those guys, people at Collider, and even non-movie and TV reviews. I've been watching like actual YouTubers, like H3H3, Jack's Films, and things like that, like how they have a community with their fans and how they use that to build and switch it up. They have new ideas and they keep it fresh. So I think that's something.
What would you say is your favorite YouTube channel right now?
Like movie review based?
No, all time.
Let me check my subs. That's tough.
I would say mine is, by default, it's Collider. I just love Collider. They
It really switches for me. I find like a new someone every week that I enjoy watching. I used to love like Emergency Awesome, like when I was just getting into Game of Thrones and stuff like that, and reading the books. He was like what I feel like a lot of our fans are for Nerd Soup. How they looked at his videos every week. Every week Game of Thrones came on before we were on like YouTube and stuff. I would watch him.
I think my favorite individual, you say Emergency Awesome, I would say Comic Book Girl 19.
Yeah, her too. I used to
her
binge
show is
her.
like goddamn fucking.
Yeah, I changed my answer actually. I used to binge her fucking videos. I used to watch like all the history and lore things and all the theory videos.
She's a fucking mad.
I forgot that.
Not a madman. She's a mad woman. Yeah. She's just out of her mind, and it's so awesome. The fucking robot.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
The floating brain. She's terrific.
I like Stuckman's great. Like for movies,
yeah,
like
Stuckman's
a nice
good.
serious review. Red Letter Media for a little bit of a laugh. As far as like non-movie things, I've been watching this guy Jack's Films. He's pretty funny. He's H3H3 is funny. Just look for entertainment. I hate when people try to be too serious,
Yeah, exactly. I think sometimes we do that too, that sometimes we get a little, specifically for Game of Thrones, because it's just the fandom it's insane.
I think that's very interesting too. I didn't realize how they're really fanatics, Game of Thrones fanatics. Crowd to please. God knows they have their opinions, and it's great because if we mess up on something, we know right away. Or if we differ on a theory, we know right away. And it could get we just reviewed it and we really didn't really break it down too far. We just wanted to buzz over it, but I kind of love it,
Yeah.
It's just
like when
keeps us in check. It keeps us honest.
When you think that the Targaryen bastard name is Blackfire.
Oh, you did not.
You know what it is? It's that I've studied the Blackfire history. I can't remember shit, man. I thought my whole thing was, first of all, I can't off the top of my head tell you the bastard surnames for each part of Westeros. Sand, snow, stone, and storm, and waters. And then what's the other two? What's Iron Islands?
Oh, Iron Islands is fuck. I do know this one.
All right, well, Aaron, thanks for joining me here. I'm going to get back to showing them some animation and behind the scenes. So get the fuck out.
All right.
So I just want to reverse these last 10 seconds real quick because I wanted to show you guys something here. So basically, Aaron's character right now, he's got the sweater vest on, and this is what I've been using for his character in a lot of our videos lately. But see, you can change. You go to the library and you go to the bicep, the forearms, the torso, and you can basically just change those drawings. And now all of a sudden, he's the monkey with the bare chest, and you get rid of his V-neck that's on the shirt, and you get rid of the shirt drawing as well. And voila, you have the monkey without any clothes. And then you can just like that, you can put the clothes back on. And for my guy, we have the Batman shirt. We have the original shirt that everybody was like, oh, what is that, cleavage? What are you doing with that? No, it's not cleavage. It's supposed to be a crease in the shirt. This is actually my favorite one. I think I went back in this and just made it the shirt for the entire video because I just love the way this looks. The sweater vest with the pink tie. I'm a big pink guy. Pink's my, pink is my new obsession. You got the House Stark sweater, the Gryffindor sweater, the C-3PO outfit that we used for the Rogue One review. So it's cool. That's what's the great thing about the library is that you can just have all these different drawings saved into the software, and then you can go back to them and just use them in different videos. So it makes the characters feel like, you know, that they're going home after they review a video. They change their clothes. They have new outfits when they come on the video. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up, fast forward to when the scene is actually complete. It's about 1:20 scene. If I showed you the whole thing, it would be a 3-hour video. So I'm going to speed this up and show you guys what is by far my least favorite part of this entire process. And that is matching the mouths to the dialogue. Now, like I said earlier, you can basically upload a piece of audio, and the software matches the different mouth shapes to the audio that you upload. But it's pretty clunky. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look like the characters are actually talking. So what I do is I erase all the different mouth shapes that the software has set to the audio, and I just do it by hand, because I just can't watch the video with that type of lip sync. It just bothers me. I can't watch it. And I feel like nobody's even brought it up in the old videos that it bothered them, but it bothers me. So this adds about an extra hour to each individual scene for the videos that I do. So this is what I do. I basically match it up based on the size of the audio blurb and use the different mouth shapes. I've got, you know, the smaller one, a little bit bigger, the one that looks like you're yelling, right here. Yeah, well, I used it earlier. And you got the F mouth to make all the F sounds, the friend and fire and fuck, and, you know, you got the O sound, the O, you know, all the O's, and you got your L sound, so you got the little mouth animation with the tongue. So I can assume that you guys don't want to watch this entire process. So I thought I'd show you guys how we basically record in real life. And like I said earlier, the process in which we record these videos, we use Rode NT1A mics, and we basically just record in my room. We have this set up with a desk, and this is where I live, this is where I sleep, and this is where I do most of the work, and Aaron comes by. This is Aaron right now on screen, and sometimes it's me and Aaron, sometimes it's me by myself, and I usually just record at my own personal desk where my computer is. And, you know, sometimes we get the 4-man setup like you've seen in some of our videos, and we'll get the 4 mics going, but this is basically it. It's my room, and we've got some soundproof foam. We didn't really soundproof the room that well, but we're probably going to look at improving our audio quality. Up there's me right there recording. Hey, Oliver Blue, Ruben Natal. Sometimes I don't even know who I am anymore. But yeah, we're looking to improve our quality with probably upgrading the mics soon and trying to get a better setup. But yeah, this is basically it. We take the audio and we upload it to the animated software, and then I sit in front of the computer and then meticulously animate for hours. And when I start it, I love it. I love the beginning of the animation because I'm always excited about the finished product. But about 3-4 hours in, I'm like, you know what? I think I want to kill myself. I think I'm going to begin writing my note. But it's fun. When you're done with it, that's the best, because you get to go back, you get to watch how you spent 8 hours animating 2 minutes. It's always nice when it's done. Okay, so this is a finished scene, and right now I saved it, and I'm going to add in all the other stuff, like the background, the art that we use. And we get a lot of people now sending in fan art, and it's pretty cool. So there's one kid, Jason Casey, who does great work. He did the Cersei pieces right there. He sent us in a bunch of prints, and they're awesome. So he did the Melisandre, the Bob Ross, and then we get other people who send in fan art as well. So we always like to use that depending on what we're talking about. We like to incorporate some fan art in our videos, and you see the background, you see the chairs, and this scene is, it's basically ready to go. So I want to thank you again for watching the this behind the scenes video that we produced for the patrons. And once again, thank you guys for contributing. You guys are awesome, and well, Bo Oliver, take it away. Hey guys, I just want to say, quick message from me, Bo Oliver. See, now I'm the alien, the cricket, the cockroach. I don't know what I am, but now I'm animating and I'm moving, and this is what I've been working on the whole time. I just want to say thank you to all the patrons who donate money. You guys are awesome. The fact that you would give us your hard-earned money to help us grow this channel, it's humbling, the word that I would be looking for. And I'm not a humble guy. Aaron can tell you this.
No. Confirmed.
It's canon.
Yeah, it is surreal. I want to thank all you guys too. I mean, the fact that last year we've had 50 subscribers and now we're over 100,000, and it happened just so quickly. And it's kind of bittersweet. I used to love just watching videos grow slowly and interacting with the fans in the comments under my secret identity. Don't.
Aaron Benferrano.
Come on.
You're a monkey. You're not a monkey. No,
It's like Rob Stark contemplating on himself. I'm not a wolf.
Yeah, it's just like that. Wow. No, I still know the Nerd Soup OGs when they comment.
Oh, yeah. It's good to see them. But,
yeah.
It's great that we're having so many new fans. And I used to love just the little interactions. But what are you going to do? It's great. And I think we could do that on Patreon. It's like a better connection because these are the fans that actually
These are hardcore dudes.
are taking their money and just giving it to us to help us grow and help our channel.
And we spend it all on Taco Bell.
Oh, fact. And,
Sorry.
And movie popcorn. That shit's expensive, man.
And Oreos. And Game of Thrones mugs. But we just want to thank you again. For the monkey, I'm Bo Oliver. Thanks for watching this behind the scenes video. Nerd Soup for you.